Did I mention that the marina we're staying at is directly underneath the flight path for San Javier Airport, and that San Javier also is the home to Spain's Air Force acrobatics team? Well, today San Javier Airport is closed because the team and some of their friends from France and Italy are out playing. So that was it. It's 3 o'clock. It's time to go home now. We've seen all the planes flying upside down, backwards, forwards, loop into loop, and going smoky. Smoky. That's the word for today, smoky. Yeah. So back to the boat. Time for a cold beer. And
instead of a warm one.
Instead of a warm one, yeah. I think I might take a shower actually. Get the sand off. Sounds like a plan. Once again, the courier has dropped off some parcels for us. I know that one of them is from the dive shop in Murcia. We ordered some stuff online from them and that's arrived. This one here is from the UK, and I'm believing that this one has actually got most of our courtesy flags in here. So we're just going to open it up and see exactly what's in there, because I've done so many online orders now. I'm getting confused as to which one I actually ordered and which one I'd like to order and which one's been delivered and which one hasn't. So let's open it up and find out what's in there, eh? So this one is definitely from the UK. Courtesy flags, we've got to fly these whenever we enter the territorial waters of any given country. And for us, obviously, being around the Mediterranean, that means Cyprus and Malta and France and Italy and Greece and all those sort of things. Spain, of course. We've even got a dive flag included in this package as well. Because obviously that's one of the main things we're going to be doing on board is scuba diving. When we eventually get the ship's name re-registered from Correjero to ABC, and we're registered in the UK, then we'll be flying the British red ensign flag off the back end of the boat. So that's our flags. Also very important, as we found out when I did this, is having one of these things on board is vitally important. This gives us a lot of the basic materials, and then we'll add to it as we go through this box and decide what else we're going to need in our first aid kit. Safety on board for us as just a short-handed two-person crew is vital, and one of the things that is quite important are these jack lines, or jack stays as they're sometimes also called. Now these things run along the side decks of the boat, and they go from the cockpit area right forward to the bow. And once we actually are sailing and we are wearing our life vests with our harnesses on, whenever we exit the cockpit, we will always hook ourselves onto these jack lines, and that way, fingers crossed, we shouldn't go overboard should the boat lurch around or something like that. So, got two of these, one for each side of the boat. This little tiny thing is a flashing strobe light, and this will mainly be used for when we go on night dives. We'll take the dinghy out, drop the anchor, and attach this to the anchor line as a flashing strobe, and that way we'll always be able to find exactly where we parked the dinghy. That's important if we want to come home after the night dive. So that's a cute little thing. Another handy thing that we need on board are these plastic tank boots. We've got our scuba tanks out here at the moment. They normally live in the locker down there, but there's stuff going on that's getting fixed there. So these are to protect the boat, not to protect the tanks. So we've got 4 of those. Another thing that we're planning on doing is catching our own dinner, in particular reef fish and crayfish or lobsters. And so we bought this spearfishing gun. It's a Mares spearfishing gun. It's the PS55, if anybody's interested in numbers. And this basically was just going to be used for catching some dinner if we can. Now the rain is coming down. We might actually film that a little bit later on, otherwise everything, including the cameras, are going to get wet, and that's not a good idea. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but a couple of weeks ago when Fernando was doing something with the engine, the engine starter battery exploded, literally exploded, so that's been replaced. These are our Varta 12 volt 95 amp hour batteries, sealed unit, so no maintenance, and of course once we've got them in we'll write the date on them that they were installed, so we can remember that easily in the future. Just for good measure, because the 3 house batteries are also of the same brand, the same model and the same date, we're replacing all 3 house batteries at the same time, so we just had the new ones delivered. They're going to get fitted in underneath the bunk down below.
Our boat's going to have the cherry picker treatment this morning. It's a bit exciting. So we're going from here, our berth, to just over there. So I'm going to go and walk around.
Monday morning and Jose is back at the helm, but we're not going very far. In fact, we're only going from there to there, because that cherry picker that's over there is going to be used to install a light up our mast.
Okay, and the next adventure is, we've got our tender and our new outboard installed on the tender. Baz is just putting the oars on, and we're going to take her out for a test drive. Excited, Baz?
It's going to be a lot of fun!
Yay!
Next week on Sailing ABC, we get down and dirty with a toilet repair, plus we get new flares and a new life raft. You can help us out by leaving a thumbs up on this video, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click the bell icon so you get a notification when we release a new video. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.